Welcome back. There's a live look outside from the Oregon coast, our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Cats can be so cuddly and cute, but they can also be a little mysterious and maybe moody. Here to share 5 things you may not know about these fascinating creatures, we welcome back our friend, Veterinarian Dr. Cherice Roth, bringing the kitty cat fashion today.
I mean, how could I not?
Love that for
Thank
us.
you.
Okay, you have 5 really cool things. Let's start with the meowing.
Yeah.
They're not talking to each other?
Not typically.
Okay.
Sometimes tiny kittens can use that as a sound for their mom.
Okay.
But no, cats, there are so many more effective ways that cats can communicate with each other. Pheromones, hissing, smacking each other, body language.
Yeah.
But no, when they're meowing, it's like, hey, human, excuse me, I need something.
Okay.
And we do it. So, you know,
That's so true.
generationally we have trained them. Well,
We totally have.
they've trained us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's in charge? I'm not sure.
Obviously, it's the
I feel
cats.
like what my typical response is, oh, food, or they need something, like you said.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Cats are true carnivores.
They are. They
Okay.
actually do not need grains, fruits, or any of those types of
Oh,
things. They are
interesting.
actual carnivores. And so when you buy kind of pre-developed foods, it is something that we really have to think about. We're not great at feeding obligate carnivores inside our homes, right? We like to give them pieces of bread and those sorts of things. And most of them will oblige you and eat it because they know that something better is coming. But they are actual hunter carnivores.
Right. But what about those, I'm going to use quotations, treats that your cats bring you when they go hunt something down in the neighborhood, but they leave it on your doorstep and they don't eat the mouse or whatever it is? Is that a gift?
Of course. They took the time.
Okay.
But yes, so typically, so when we say a carnivore, that means they are able to get everything that their body needs from whole prey.
Okay.
And so if it's a cat that lives in your house that's bringing you this very treasured gift, they're usually already well fed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about the whiskers? They're actually using them to determine if they can fit somewhere?
Yeah, so they're very sensitive hairs and they operate differently than other hairs. What they use them for is to be sure that they can fit their body through these tiny places that they like to squeeze.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so if you're giving a little trim, please leave the whiskers alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because sometimes that can get kitties caught in situations that they literally cannot get out of.
That's a great point, that sort of biologically they just grow as long as they're supposed to grow.
That's right.
Okay, leave the whiskers alone.
Leave
Okay.
them alone.
Cats are not small dogs. They are not.
So not. First of all, no, just no. No, just different medications for a lot of things.
Yeah.
How they react to their environment, entirely different. Normal things that may not bother a dog, take lilies, for example, now that we're in flower season.
Right.
Highly, highly deadly.
That's a good
Even
reminder.
just the pollen for
Yeah.
cats. Whereas it doesn't bother dogs. They are just absolutely, fundamentally different creatures, not small dogs.
Not small dogs.
No.
Don't treat them as such. Let's talk about the calico cats and the orange cats. This is fascinating. I didn't know the female to male breakdown.
Yeah, so my first love was biochemistry and molecular biology, so we did a lot of DNA work. So for calico cats, the vast majority of calicos are females.
Is that really 99.9%?
99.9%. If it happens to be a male, it is a genetic mistake, if you will.
see.
They have an extra sex chromosome.
Okay.
Or they're what we call a chimera, but usually it's both. So this really is this 0.1% of male calicos that are around.
How does that work, though?
So the X gene, the female gene that links to sex, also carries color.
Okay.
And so in order for all 3 of those colors to be present, you have to have at least 2 X chromosomes for that to happen. So when it's a male that happens to have these 3 colors, you know they have at least 1 X, well, they have at least 2 X's, but then they also have the male Y chromosome on top of it.
Okay, so then the orange guys, those are mostly going to be males.
Yes. So again, in order for there to be a different type of color, you need more than 1 X. And so if it's an XY, it's about 80% of the red cats, because it actually is a red that, even though they look orange, that most of those are male.
My mind is blown. I didn't know that
You
at
know
all.
what? DNA work is just so fascinating.
It is really cool.
Yes.
Okay, a couple other things since we have time. Do cats actually live longer if they're living indoors?
100%.
Okay.
And the reason for this, like if you think about it, it's common sense. There are no predators, hopefully, inside your home. There are no cars driving through your home. Lots less chance of them picking up a disease from getting in a fight or getting predated. So yes, it is safer to be inside your home. If they really need to be outdoors, I highly recommend something like a catio, where they can experience the outdoors without most of the dangers that are associated with it.
There's so many options for that now too. You
really
can make them really customized to whatever you need at home. Okay, cats can get pregnant as early as 4 months old. That's a good warning.
So I put this in because you will never hear me talk about cats and not talk about spaying and neutering at the same time.
Yes.
4 months old.
4 months old.
They can get pregnant.
A little baby.
A baby having multiple adorable babies.
But we don't need to put them through that.
No, and so spaying and neutering as soon as possible for cats is absolutely important. It is the reason why there are so many in the shelters, because if one female gets out, that's a lot of uterus time to pick up lots of babies, right? And so spaying and neutering your cats is highly important. Again, keeping them in your house rather than being outside also decreases pregnancy, but not as much as spaying and neutering them, for sure.
Good stuff. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great to see you. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.